would kill me.
But now we have two Roombas, and they're like dock next to each other. They're like cousins, and they go at it. They start battling. I feel like it's almost like it could be a TV show.
Have you named
So,
them?
oh yeah, one's Bebop. I don't know what the other one is. I don't know what Emily named the other one, but the other one's new. But yeah, it's the funniest thing. I saw someone actually take the Roombas, a big pin of like a kennel pin for dogs,
Uh,
inside, and they put the Roomba inside. They put colored balloons, and you put money on it, and you bet, and the Roomba's got a knife on it. And so the last balloon standing is the one that wins the money that's on top of the Roomba.
that's fun.
I was like, I could do that all day. I could watch that all day. So
For sure.
sadly.
Okay. Well, we're coming into spring, sort of, right?
Doesn't feel like it.
No, man. It started to 3, 4, 5 days ago. It started to warm up a little bit. Grass is starting to change back to green, and then boom, snow. What?
My tree's confused in the backyard. My favorite tree has no clue what's going on.
Yeah.
It doesn't know if it should bloom or not at this point.
Yeah. Well,
but my grass is turning green. But fertilizer does help.
In the spots that stay a little bit warmer, the parts up against the concrete and stuff like that.
Up against the house. Yeah.
It makes me yearn for this.
We literally my daughter got excited about the green grass this morning, matter of fact. She was pumped.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yes.
She knows what that means. She knows the slip and side's coming eventually,
Oh, yeah, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. So this is the view from a friend of mine's house a house that he built up in northern Idaho, and it's just outside of Coeur d'Alene. This guy builds homes. His name's James Lepak, and he owns a company called JDL Custom Homes, JDL Customs, and he builds all sorts of stuff in LA and Newport Beach and multi-million dollar homes. Gorgeous homes. Well, he built this one. He thought, okay, well, let's try the Idaho market, and he built this one as a test. It's not really a test, but just to see how it works, see how it would sell, etc.
The bathroom view is amazing.
Oh, you've seen this? Oh yeah. It's let's see. Amazing.
I mean, it's a beautiful house, but like any wife, woman, whatever, even dudes probably would be pumped on that view from the bathtub.
My gosh. Look at this.
Yeah.
Could you imagine having a cocktail at the end of the day, winding down, you've had dinner, whatever, you're sitting there with your wife, kids maybe, just chilling out there, and that's your view?
Dan.
Oh, man.
Would you ever stop?
Would I ever stop what?
If you had that view?
No, man.
It'd be like a continual buzz. Yeah.
I wish I could figure out how to make it bigger on here.
As soon as you get off work, you see that, there's no way you can say no.
But look at the house. Look at this.
Yeah.
You see that fairly well on this screen?
Yeah, that's from the outside in. That's from the view side.
Yeah, from what we were just looking out from. Yeah. I mean, I'd say
the bathroom.
5 to 7 million on this.
Oh yeah, and I think it's like 10 on 10 acres or something like that.
I think
or
it's
more
5.
and maybe even more than that. It could be 5.
Yeah, it's all like hillside, sort of weird, but
that's how you get the view. Yeah, on the hill.
He's got some really cool videos up on YouTube that show sort of the process of how they got the land ready and how they did all the engineering and got the property ready and started to build the foundation and all that. These beams right here, he said, are from a barn that was or a building that was 200 years old or something like that. I mean, look at that door. The door must weigh 300 pounds.
Oh, easy, more. It's solid. It's probably 3 or 4 inches thick too.
So nice.
And even just retaining walls and those bricks and those rocks, I should say. That's just so late.
I mean, extreme expense. But look what you get. Look at the end product. I mean, this
Yeah.
is
The pocket doors, indoor outdoor space.
it's panel doors, 4 panel doors. Those are like almost as much as my truck.
Yeah. Yeah. And the house has to be specifically engineered to carry that weight above that door so it actually slides properly.
Yeah, they don't go on the outside hinge. They go on like the hinge is a third of the way in, and they sort of slide in a track sort of
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Keep going to that bathroom. The bathroom
Yeah,
is just stupid.
yeah, it's so nice. They had all their furniture made custom just to match and to fit the property.
Spare no expense.
None. Look at this. Yeah, it's nice.
I like big islands. Um,
The what?
I
Big
like
Islands. Oh
big
yeah.
islands are just. It seems like everyone's around the island when people come over. It doesn't matter.
Yep. Yep. And I
Um,
really like how he put this prep sink all the way in the end, so it doesn't take up a big chunk in the middle. While that's not bad, I think it's better to have it off to the side. You can prep there, get the stuff ready, clean it up, and then it's not in the way
yeah.
of what you're
Oh,
saying of
look at you
having.
washing your hands. Look at good for you. You're washing
Look at
hands on the
that.
mean.
Yeah. Let's see. What is this guy's crew? Yeah. You
Yeah.
know he's looking good. He's looking good in this kitchen. Let's see.
Get to the bathroom, man. Oh man.
I'm trying.
I'm just
Uh,
talking. He probably got 1,000 photos, but yeah,
Thermidor range. This is all Wi-Fi integrated. Steam oven. I have a listing that has one that almost exact same one.
yeah.
I mean,
I
I don't
wouldn't know
even
what to
know.
do with it.
So nice.
I mean, what do you put in the steam
Oh,
oven?
these look like watermark faucets, same as that listing that I was talking about.
Mm.
What were you asking?
I don't even know what you do with a steam oven. So
I don't know. I think you make steam. I don't know what you
mm,
make in it. Oh no. Oh,
make
there
a,
it goes.
make a hot tamales. Just kidding.
Very hot.
Uh,
Ooh, I hadn't seen this picture. Look at
yeah,
that. 2 heaters in the soffit there. Look at that.
yeah. You can eat outside.
Man. So this guy, JDL Custom Homes, he'll build you a killer house. Man, reach out to me. We'll get you connected if this is something you're looking for. Um, he knows his business for sure.
Yeah. I mean, this is right here. Keep going, keep going. I think there's
Yeah, yeah.
like it's just that bathtub
Oh
and that
man,
view out there. You can
that's
see
the real deal. That's a real tub, a porcelain tub. It's not some fiberglass, sort of the
inlay.
ones that they're.
Yeah.
Oh, they make them now. They look like this, but they're sort of plastic feel. They look nice.
Yeah.
But this is the real
If you
deal.
fall and hit your head, you're not going to die on the fiberglass one, but you hit your head on this one.
Oh yeah, you hope that
Someone needs to
doesn't happen.
call 911. Yeah.
Right. Look at this wine room. That's
No offense, but if I have a room with wine, I'm probably going to just be outside with it. So
yeah, but you got to have a nice place to show it off.
yeah, I guess. I mean,
Look at this closet. Come on.
that's a kitchen. Get out of here.
So nice.
That's a kitchen. Where's the prep sink?
This whole house is legit. Everything he builds is like this.
I mean, only one washer and dryer. I mean, come on.
I mean, you don't have 3 sets like the one that we saw.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
Jeez, man, I'm bored. Like, how much laundry are you
These
doing?
guys are roughing it. You buy this
Yeah,
house, you're roughing it.
yeah, yeah. You can't.
Everything, all these super cool light bulbs, and yeah, man, this is so cool. Anyway, um, so last night I posted something recently, a couple days ago, yesterday, of a really cool room, and in the room there were video games and a pool
Yeah, it's like a man
table.
cave thing.
And yeah, the coolest man cave I've ever seen. I went there last night. Um, we watched a movie. this big theater. The speakers were all like from a theater. It's not like what you and I just buy to put in our room to make it sound good, surround sound.
Mhm.
This was like,
Dolby Atmos or whatever.
I mean, it was crazy. And we watched a movie called Bone Tomahawk. Have you seen that?
Uh, no, because I have a 9-year-old and a 6-year-old probably.
Yeah, not good for the kids. Even there were 10 or 12 of us, all men but one woman, and there were some things that happened where we all went ooh, like
Yeah.
everybody was like, oh, I can't look at that anymore. Good
It'd be
movie
cool if
though.
it was just about steak, though. Like a bone-in tomahawk steak.
Yeah, like bone-in tomahawk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you had me at steak. So
right. Oh, my camera's falling.
yeah, no, but that
So
room looked pretty sweet. So that's part of a house, or is that part of a?
no, that's this guy right here is a friend of mine. His name's Andrew Masood, and he owns his business, and that's the office. It's like they've got a yard, and they've got all their trucks and equipment and all that stuff. But then inside the office, where there's some offices, and then there's this one big room. It used to be. They told me last night that it used to be a motorcycle mechanic, and so excuse me, upstairs was all motorcycle parts and stuff like that when they bought
Yeah.
it. And super nice guy. From what I can tell, from what I understand, his business is top notch. Obviously, they wouldn't have all that rad stuff if they were doing bad
What do they
business.
exactly do?
They do fire and flood, disaster restoration.
Mhm.
Like here, you see it's flood and water restoration, fire restoration, mold and microbial remediation, trauma scene restoration, storm and wind restoration. Um,
Trauma
that's
scene restoration. You know what that means?
yeah, yeah, it's what you think it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Blood, and, yeah,
They got
gnarly stuff.
brains. Yeah.
That's gotta be tough. I don't know if I could handle that, but
But it's a big
um,
business because most people don't want to do that.
yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah, because if something happens inside your house, let's say, they don't pick up the body and then clean the place when they leave.
Right, the coroner takes the body, and then that's it.
And
Yeah,
then you're left with whatever you got, and you have to figure
yeah,
out how to
yeah,
get
yeah,
dispose of
gnarly,
it.
gnarly. Um,
As gross as
yeah,
that
here
is.
he is, 205, 208, 215, 2577. They've got a place. This place is in Garden City, so it's in between Boise and Eagle.
Cool.
Um, yeah, super cool. Great people. Um, I met him because I was in Boise Juice Company a few years ago, and he was in front of me, and they asked him for his loyalty number, and the phone number that he gave started with 949. And I went, oh my gosh, yeah, crazy. I'm from 714. And so we started talking, and but anyway, I just finally got over there to see the place last night. We played some Golden Tee. I played some Mickey Thompson's Off Road, and they have a game called Ice Cold Beer, which I'd never heard of. But another guy that I know actually shares my last name.
Is that a drinking game, Dan? Or is
No,
that
it isn't. It's like this thing that goes up and down, and there's holes in it.
Mhm.
I can bring it up. It's and what you do is you move a ball to go into the correct hole. It's so difficult, but it's super super cool. And I'm gonna show everybody this picture right now so you can see it. Um, there you go. Can you see it? Yeah.
Not to zoom in. Sorry. Where is it at? Point it out.
So yeah, I'm gonna point the game out. So it's right here, and those are
Mhm.
little holes. I have a video. I don't know if everybody wants to see
And
that, but
mm,
and then you move the bar like this, like the ball sits on it,
mhm.
and this wooden thing is the play area is tilted back just a little bit, and so when the ball gets to a hole, it'll fall in, and
Okay.
so like level 1 is all the way at the bottom, and then it goes all the way up to level 14, all the way at the top. I got to level 3 and I was like, this is too much. It was super frustrating.
You're going to be here for 3 hours trying to beat it.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Um, but Mickey Thompson's Off Road was fun, and they had this newer Golden Tee thing, and they'd already started their round, so I didn't get in. But
So they
yeah,
just hang out when they're not working.
Well, it was on there's Thursday nights they get together and kind of
Yeah.
sit around and maybe have a beer and watch a movie and stuff like that. It was super super cool. I was really happy to be invited, and the place was awesome.
Yeah.
Super generous, very cool guy.
Cool.
I would definitely recommend doing business
Oh,
with them.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So you sent me this thing
Oh, go
talking
to
about the
yeah, but you go ahead. I'll comment. I'm sure.
yeah.
I'll comment.
Please.
I'm sure.
Let's see.
But
Hang
yeah,
on.
so basically, I don't know which one you want to go to, but if you want to go to the V shape, because
Can you
everyone
see
wants to
it?
know where the bottom is, right? On keep going. It's like the seventh or eighth slide or something like that. Next one, I think. Keep going.
There.
Yeah. So people always comment on, like, is the market going down still? Am I at the bottom? Or whatnot, right? So if you think about it, where would you rather catch it, right? I would probably rather catch it before the bottom because no one's ever going to
Hmm.
time the bottom. We don't know about the bottom until it's 3 or 4 months
Right.
past, right? And then we go, like, oh, we bought at the bottom. But in at this point in time, like if you catch it on the bottom, like think about the seller, right? The seller has some sort of fear, like is this the best offer I'm going to get? How much longer? How much further do we have to go? How much more time do I have to be on the market? Whatever it may be, right? And so they're a little bit more willing to maybe concede some sort of seller concession or on price,
Yeah. Yeah.
something towards closing costs on that. And you're also dealing with less competition because people feel that rates are higher than they should be, right? Or they're waiting
Hmm.
for them to come down. But as soon as you wait for them to come down, we're going to be on the other side of this, right? And we're going to be working back up in the market. And when we work back up in the market, the seller is going to feel more confident because now more people are coming out to look at their houses. They're less willing to budge on price or on concessions because now they have maybe 7 offers versus 1 or 2 offers on their home.
Hmm.
And at that point in time, as a buyer, if I was going to go buy a house, I'd rather have less competition and be refinancing when the rates go and drop
Right.
than trying to time the rate and then trying to go find the house and then competing with, the flood of people that have been on the fence for the last 12 months or 14 months.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you can't really predict where the bottom is. So
Mm-mm.
so right now, I mean, we feel that interest rates are going to drop over the course of this year, but as soon as they do, the word's going to get out. All of a sudden, everyone's going to be
Right.
back in the market. I mean,
So I think.
if interest rates drop and we get towards the real moving season and listing season, then maybe there's a little bit more inventory out there, but still inventory is pretty darn tight. You throw in an increase of buyers by let's say 25% or 30% back into the market, and it's going to get kind of nuts pretty quick. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. It seems like as the rate goes up, that drives the prices down. So as it's going up, yes, it costs more to borrow money, but I think that means that you're able to borrow. I'm sorry, you're able to get into the property at a lower price because that rate's going up and it's pushing the price down.
yeah,
And then
it's
it
a
hits
good
that
amount of
bottom, it comes back up, and like you're saying, once the rate starts going down, those prices start going up. So okay, great. So now we're building equity because yeah, you can't time the bottom. So we got in near the bottom, whatever that
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Rates start going down, prices start going up, equity.
Mhm.
So
And like people that sold in June, let's say of last year, they didn't realize that they were at the top of the market, right?
yeah, yeah,
Until months later. So like that's great and all, but you just don't know it, and you can't predict it, and we don't really
right,
know about it. And it's like the same thing about a recession. We don't technically know that we were in a recession until they say that we were in a recession, but it
right.
feels like one, right? So we feel like the market's headed towards the bottom still. I mean, I personally feel it, but And
I
so
don't know
that
how much further down we can. I
I
don't
don't
know
know
how
how
much
much
further.
further we can go for sure,
Yeah,
but like my inclination is now still a good time to buy, right?
I
And
think
that's
so.
that's just talking about the bubble thing when people were worried about like the last time that the rates right in housing and foreclosures and all that stuff and the affordability and all that. Go back to that one slide right back here with the graph right here. So back in keep going, yeah, right there. So back in 2012, right, when this is basically when we hit the bottom, right, quote
This
unquote.
is this
Uh,
is it's not okay. There it goes. This is foreclosures. Is that what this is?
no, no. So this is inventory. So back in
Oh,
2012, when we hit the bottom, well, after 2008, right, in the Great Recession, right, the once it bottomed out, and you can see right here on the graph. It's hard to see on my side, but off the top, but I think it's like within 8% appreciation over the next year, over the next year. So if you bought here in 2012, which was technically the bottom, if you had a year later, there was 8% in appreciation, right? Prices went up 8% within that year, but you don't know it. And now that was back when inventory was at 2.4 million in inventory nationwide. Right
yeah.
now we're at 980, right? So now you have less inventory to choose from, which is going to drive prices up further when rates drop, right? Post bottom, we're going to see this thing go again upwards. And we're going to
Well,
see,
it's a nice time, I think, to have a lot of cash that you can put into real estate, because while it still might go down just a little bit, it's going to bounce off that bottom, and it might not go as crazy as it has over the last 2 or 3 years, but we should be back into a fairly strong market.
and one of the
Um,
valid points I heard the other day was, do you think of real estate as day trading, or do you think it more along the lines of a long term investment, right? Because if that's the case, then if you're day trading, there's not really much in it, right? You're going to be playing the market, the variations in the market. This is like a small blip in our time
oh, right, yeah,
of
yeah,
home ownership or looking
yeah.
to buy, and
Day, day
it's a
trading is
long
a
term
really good
investment.
way to lose your
Yeah.
money really fast.
So even if you ride the market down just a smidge, when you're in that home for 5 or 10 years before you sell, you made that money back and then some, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So if you think about it as a day trading gig, it's not it's not beneficial, right? It's a long term investment,
yeah.
and
It's a
for the
long
most
hold.
part, people are living in these things, right? Other than
Well, it's
investment.
like you said. It's like you said last week. We've only seen 6 years that weren't at least even in the last 70. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, the all
it's
time champ. The
yeah. Don't bet against the champ.
and there's many times where the majority of the appreciation is not double digits. The majority of it's below 10% across those years, and that's okay,
Yeah.
right? That's the
Well,
most common.
and you can make money off of it in the interim. So if it's not your primary residence and you have investment properties that are long or short term rental slash leases, then not only are you building that equity over time by holding long, but you can make money on it in the interim. You can get other people to pay your mortgage. OPM, it's other people's money, right?
Yeah,
So, and that's why real estate is such a winning investment, because there's a lot of ways to make money on it other than just sitting there and waiting for it to go up or down, like on the stock market, which some guys do very well at that. Obviously, Warren Buffett has crushed it, and
yeah.
there's people who can do it, but I don't know. I
They
played
make
around with
money
that
on
a
the way
little bit.
down. They make money on the way up.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and if you're a politician, then you have insider information, and it's totally legal to use it. To yeah,
Yeah,
Nancy Pelosi, all these people who got into government were worth $1 million, and then all of a sudden they're worth 300 million. How does that happen?
yeah. All we just need
So
to do is just track Paul's trading habits.
yes,
You'll be
right.
pretty
If
well.
only we could. If only we could. Check this place out, Coeur d'Alene. So not too far away from the house that I was showing you before. We that house was a little bit higher up on one of these mountains. Obviously, this one's a little
Mhm.
bit lower, closer to the lake. But man, look
Yeah.
at this one. I just kind of hit this one randomly. I typed in Coeur d'Alene and then just hit the first one I saw. But 8 million listed by Leah Williams with Tomlinson Sotheby's International Realty. 5 beds, 6.5 baths, 2.11 acres, 8,600 square feet. It's a year old. Look at
Mm.
this thing. That's a really cool photo. I mean, all
Is
your
it?
cars and toys and all that stuff will fit in here.
Is that water access too?
I bet this isn't
Okay.
right next to the lake. We can look on the map when we
Yeah, I
get
just
there.
wondered. I wondered 8 million got you on the lake. Isn't
Yeah,
Sandpoint
maybe.
more expensive overall than Coeur d'Alene?
That's a good question. I would say no, but it's not my market, so I'd have to go do a little research. But
I thought one of the most expensive homes in Idaho was in Sand.
well, yeah, for a few homes, but you're
Yeah.
talking
Oh
generally.
yeah, yeah, for sure. I'm just saying.
Um, Look at that TV. What is this?
It's kind of
It's like 100 inches. Anyway, pretty cool.
yeah.
Man, look at all that. Oh, look at this. That's super slick. How they've got this little garage down below, like a garage basement
Mhm.
for, I guess, for maybe your quads and your lawn mowing equipment. And, I don't know.
Yeah, that's nice.
Pretty cool.
I like the
More of
underglow.
this, more of this waterfall edge um, island, like at the one on Croft that we put up a while ago, that we showed a while back.
Mhm.
It's become very popular.
I think I'm gonna have to put the underglow on my cabinets on my island. I see too many houses now. But
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Nice thermidor range. Prep area in the kitchen looks like it's separate from the this is almost like a butler's prep area.
yeah, it's pretty rad.
The she shed, it says.
Oh no,
The she shed.
that's where you would catch me most of the time cooking. Then
Eating snacks. What's your favorite snack? Shaun, you have a favorite snack?
I'm not really a snacker,
No.
unfortunately.
No.
I'm not a big. I like some chips, like Red Hot Blues, but I'm not a
I
chip.
don't even know what that is.
It's
That sounds like
tortilla.
that
It's
sounds
a
like a
blue
blues
corn.
musician.
It's a blue corn tortilla chip with that. It's like very hot. It's like spicy.
Oh, okay. Is that like the one that they do those YouTube videos on where it's they work their
No,
way up? Oh,
no, yeah. This is like Liam likes them, so even a
okay.
9-year-old can stomach it. But yeah, I mean, snacks are weird. Like I just don't feel like I just eat a meal. I don't know.
What about like I was talking about this yesterday. My week one of my weaknesses donuts.
Oh,
Dude, I could eat donuts every day. I would be huge.
yeah. Well, donuts are pretty good. My
Yeah.
kids like donuts. My kids like donuts.
I love donuts.
That's a
My
special
problem
treat.
is, oh, look at that.
Go on
That's
donut
pretty
dates.
cool.
Yeah,
That looks like beer guys right there.
it kind of does.
Yeah, yeah, with those pop up
Open
windows.
windows. Yeah.
Yeah,
I do like those windows though. Like
yeah,
those. I like
yeah,
those roll up doors too. Outdoor spaces, a little bit more industrial.
yeah. I like
Pocket
it.
doors are bomb though, like the last house. Yeah. Pizza oven.
Pizza oven, which I'd like to get
They
gated.
make inserts
Cool.
for smokers, so you can put it in your smoker.
Yeah, well, you know what? They have one for Weber kettle too.
Hmm.
Super cool.
Yeah,
Um,
a few hundred
it
bucks.
just fits in there.
Yeah, they have
It's
one
like
for the Green Mountain. It's right on top of the box, the ignition box, and that thing gets piping hot. 800 degrees, doesn't matter. Like you can cook a pizza, no joke, in seconds.
yeah, this one's also very nice. I like James's house better, but this is very, very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I like the way his house just feels open, and the views are there. You know what I mean? Like you live right there. It's so beautiful. Like every room should look like that. Windows everywhere. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. I
trash
mean,
can.
it almost looks like a resort. Look at the
Yeah.
depth of the garage. Of course, he's got a Denali in there.
If it's not an ultimate, we don't need to talk. So,
I don't touch anything below ultimate.
if you don't have speakers right next to your ears, making you
Right, right. If I don't have a massage chair, a massage captain's chair, I don't want it.
is that a golf course? It looks like a golf course in the back.
It almost looks like it. It might just be that the chunk of this guy's land, or
It's rad though.
oh, what a beautiful view.
He's
Have you
close
been up
enough.
to Klinge?
It's a 2 minute walk, I'm sure, probably to the water.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't be. I mean, why would you walk?
I'd be taking my golf cart or my
Golf cart or a razor to get you down there. Yeah.
shoot. I'd ride my lawnmower down there if I lived there. I don't care.
Totally. Totally. Why not? Let's see. Come on. Why isn't it going? Oh, that's the last photo. I'm clicking the thing trying to get it to go. It's the last
Oh
picture.
God.
Well, what do we have going? We have so Legacy has some really cool
We have
things
Easter
that
coming up. Yeah.
we have the Easter extravaganza coming up. That's
Mhm.
fun. Um, be a
That'd be a
couple
good time
hundred
to have
people.
a listing, open house for your listing and legacy too.
Say it again.
Would be a good time to have an open house for legacy.
With everybody out and about.
So people
Yeah,
can see the community events when they come in, that kind of thing.
yeah.
You know?
We might have that sold. We might actually have it sold. So
Oh, that's good.
yeah, yeah. It's been a little while, but the monk,
Make it
the
stick. Make it stick. Yeah.
market's been wonky, so it'll be nice to
Well, it
you
feels
know.
different at different price points, that's for sure. So,
Yeah, yeah, it does. Okay, I've got all my stuff up here.
what else? What do you have lined up for this weekend? Where are you going to be?
I'm gonna be out at Sunfield Estates. I'll be in this home right here, the the Thomas by RTL Homes. I've been spending some time out there in the models, meeting people and showing them the RTL Homes homes. We've got we've got four models out there that can be toured. We've got a few that are under construction that we can check out, and kind of get a feel for what's coming. The beautiful thing about these models is that the homes, the way that you see them, is the way that they come from the builder.
Yeah.
So they're
You're going
super
to go
high
close to the
end.
hills.
Yeah, you don't have to feel like you're going in there and then everything you see is going to cost an extra 300,000 or whatever.
That was like going
Like
into
you go,
DR Horton back in California. And you're like starting at, and you're like, okay. And then you see countertops are X and cabinets are X.
yeah,
And those
yeah,
hinges
yeah,
are X.
and that is typical. That is normal. That's the way it's done. There's a large nationwide or a national builder in the area who they build really nice homes, but the models are like $200,000 to $500,000 in
And
upgrades.
extra
So,
upgrades.
so you go in and
You're
some
thinking
people
you're
do
buying a
that.
$500,000 house, and it's like more like 825.
Right. Yeah, yeah. And so I'm not going to call that the bait and switch. I mean, that's their model. They set it up that way. You know it. You can ask them. They'll tell you how much money they put in upgrades in it. So I don't think it's anything other than the way they do business, which is fine. But then these guys, they just build the homes. The specs are all well finished with high end everything.
Yeah.
So from $7,000 range. Normally, in our homes in these production homes, you get like a $700 range, right?
Yeah.
That's typical. But in this one, it's a $7,000 range, and it comes with a second wall oven as well by Bosch. Super nice stuff. Everybody who comes in is thoroughly and highly impressed with the way the homes look. So anyway, that's where I'll be. I'll be there this weekend. Church on Sunday, and then over to the model. And I'd love to see some people come in. I'd love to show you the homes. You can always reach me through Facebook or Instagram, YouTube. My phone number's all over the place. You can find me. And how about you? What are you going to be doing? You going to come by and sell some loans in my model?
Well, I have baseball practice. We don't know if we're going to have baseball practice, but
Oh, that's
I
right.
can
It's
tell you
been
right
raining.
now, baseball practice is not fun from 6:30 to 8 p.m. when it's freezing out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
So that's Saturday. I don't know what else. My wife signs me up for stuff.
of course. You've voluntold. You've been voluntold where you need to
Yeah,
be.
I probably have been told about stuff, but I just don't remember it, to be completely honest. And then I'll
Yeah.
get reminded
Well,
of
that's
it
good because then they just
probably
say, "Hey,
tonight.
look, we got to do this," and you go, "Okay, I'll do it." Oh,
Yeah.
this. Hey
Yeah.
there.
Like I just got a text saying that my wife might be going to Bogus Basin right now because they've gotten like 2 feet of snow
They
in the
have.
last 24
They
hours.
have. Let's show that. Let's show that.
I mean, it's just dumped up there. It's been perfect conditions for snow up on that mountain.
Look at this. Last 48 hours, 27 inches. Look at this. They can't
The
even.
size of my waist, you know?
It's crazy. This is one of the latest winters. Well,
Yeah.
this is the latest winter that I've had since I've lived here. I've been here 5 years.
Well, and they just quit on night skiing, and they're supposed to be closing in like 2 weeks. And they
I
got that
think
much
they
snow.
just
I'd be riding
said.
that out. I would be riding it out as long as possible.
I think they just said. Let's see. Yep, you guessed it. More snow. We were digging up uh, numbers, but yesterday's snowfall had to be one for the books. 24 inches in March. Crazy. I think
Base step.
celebrations are done for the season. The mountain closes at 4:30 daily. I thought they were saying that they were going to push that a little bit further, but I could be wrong.
That's almost 10 feet in base.
Yeah,
116
yeah.
inches. That's almost 10 feet.
Right now, heavy snowfall.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not too bad outside. It's a little gray. It's probably 40 degrees outside, so it's not like that down here
No.
on the floor,
But
the
it's
floor of the valley.
an Eagle from Eagle to the top of the mountain with Emily driving is like 35 minutes.
It's an hour with me. You drive- I'm a little safer than that, I think.
I know. Well, everyone the jokes about how crazy Emily drives. So yeah,
Yeah. I'm not sure that I've ever driven with her, but my wife may or may not have told me.
yeah. I'm sure Jen had
So,
probably mentioned something to her. So
so in the models this weekend, maybe some baseball. Oh yeah, you were talking about being out there in the cold.
wow.
Wednesday afternoon, my oldest son has trap shooting for his school. We go out behind the airport, and there's a trap range out there, a shotgun range, trap and skeet. And these kids, their hands, for the most part, their hands are bare because it's not super safe to wear gloves
Yeah.
and try and shoot your gun. And man, I don't know how these kids hit these targets accurately. I was scoring, and my hands were. I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
score. It's horrible. It's so the wind starts blowing across the desert.
And the
Anyway,
vibrations that you get from shooting a gun, and then like
well,
for
they've
like kids and playing baseball, when you get jammed or you hit one off the
oh,
plate and the hands
or you
freeze.
catch one of your hands freezing, and you catch one in the palm of your hand. It's
Yeah.
just like getting hit with a brick.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's it. Let's go. Let's
Well, enjoy.
have a nice weekend. If you're gonna swing by the mall, I'd love to see you. See you next week.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.